We are starting a new theme, even though this is our last day of March. We're going to start our next topic, which is integrity, living with integrity. In the month of April, our theme is inspired by the Reiki principle. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. And this is a theme that encourages us to act with integrity and to embody our truth, and to approach our work, both inner and outer work, with sincerity and mindfulness. So I'd like you to think of work not just as something that you do for a living, but also how you show up in your relationships, how you engage with the world around you, how you pursue happiness and joy. In doing so, finding alignment with integrity and doing that without harming others. So I have a few words that are associated with the word integrity. So as I say these words, just notice what resonates with you the most, what feels aligned with you. And just thinking about holding that in your awareness through your practice as we begin to explore this theme. Honesty, truthfulness, virtue, wholeness, sincerity, stability, fairness, nobility. If any of these words resonated with you more than others or more than integrity, think about setting an intention to embody that word through your practice today, both on and off the mat. In this first week, our focus is honoring the body's truth, acknowledging where we hold tension in our body and moving in alignment with our needs, cultivating honesty in our practice. So as you begin to just scan the body and just notice as you scan through from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, anywhere that you may be holding tension as you arrive. Any tightness, maybe in the shoulders or even in the face, in the jaw or in the forehead. Maybe it's in the belly. Just notice. We're not trying to shift these sensations yet, or maybe even at all during our practice. Maybe we just spend our practice today noticing. We'll begin in Banana Asana. So we'll walk the ankles over to the bottom right corner of the mat, crossing the left ankle over the right, and then shifting the shoulders to the top right corner of the mat. And you can bring the arms to the sides and just make sure the shoulders are both in contact with the mat as you bring the arms up. You could bring them up all the way overhead, maybe bringing the hands together or bringing the arms out into kind of a cactus shape with that 90-degree bend in the elbow, or they may land somewhere at your side. Wherever you can feel fully supported here in the shoulders and in the hips, and then making those adjustments as you settle in. Beginning to notice the sensations, the opening in the left side of the body. Breathing here into those spaces. And in Yin Yoga, we'll be holding these poses for 2 to 5 minutes each. This really gives us time to explore those sensations in the body. We also want to make sure that we are not in the fullest expression of any of these shapes, and just finding where we begin to feel that sensation, maybe inching a little deeper, maybe backing out a little bit as we're practicing integrity and honesty with where our body is today with this new theme, and always in our practice, trying to honor our body where it is. Wherever that is, we find stillness, and this allows those deeper layers of fascia to begin to release. After about a minute and a half, that begins to happen. And as we hold a little longer, we're able to create more space in the body. More space in the body creates room for energy to flow and for us to release anything from the body that we no longer need. And the arms down to the side. Uncross the ankles. Shift everything back through center. We'll walk the feet in towards the hip. And just take some windshield wipers with the knees back and forth, just letting the knees fall side to side, releasing any tension from our hips, our lower back. When you're ready, we'll move to the other side. So bringing the ankles to the bottom left corner of the mat, and this time crossing the right ankle over the left. Bringing the shoulders to the top left corner. So we're creating that crescent or banana shape with our body. And then bringing the arms to the sides, maybe up overhead. Finding what feels best here for you. And we're beginning our practice today in this banana asana shape, really accessing the liver and gallbladder meridian that run along the side of our body. This is associated with the wood element in traditional Chinese medicine, which is incorporated into the yin yoga practice. And springtime is the wood element. So we're thinking about transition, finding ease in transitions, finding space to let go, to release anything that maybe we're clinging on to that's not serving us in this next chapter, this next season of you. So as you breathe here in this space, being honest about this transition, is there anything that you really need to let go of so that you can move forward? Release the arms down to the sides. Uncross the ankles, bringing the shoulders and hips back into alignment with each other. We'll find Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. You can place the soles of your feet together, let the knees fall open. And you may want to place blocks under the knees, or if you're at home, you can use pillows or a blanket. You can also just let the knees fall towards the earth. And notice where you'd like your ankles to be and your feet. If you want them closer in or further out, just noticing those subtle changes and how the sensations and feelings in your body shift as you move the body and find the space that feels good for you to just rest and settle in here. We're really feeling into any sensations in the inner thighs. This is also another area, the inside of the thighs, that accesses the liver and gallbladder meridians. So breathing into the space, and you can even place your hands here maybe. You can also place the hands on the belly or just at your side. And begin to just draw your awareness into that space. Notice if there's any tension that you're holding here. See if you can let go and just soften into the pose. We've been using our Reiki principles to inform our themes each month and also be a mantra. So the mantra for the month of April is just for today. I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just letting that land in the heart space, noticing there is something that's resistant to that, or maybe it feels really good and resonates with you. And again, just thinking about the work as not just our external work, but also our inner work. Those parts of ourselves that maybe we've ignored in the past. Maybe we don't want to deal with them, or thoughts, emotions, experiences. In our practice, not just our physical practice on the mat, but our practice of our human experience, being really honest about what's happening in that inner landscape, what's going on at any given time, especially in those moments where we feel a little activated. Maybe being honest with ourselves about where those feelings originate from or what we're even feeling. Sometimes we're not even sure. So taking the time to really sit with that and reflect. Release your blocks to the side. If you're using blocks, use the hands to draw the knees towards each other and hugging them in towards the body, taking a little rock side to side, massaging the lower back here. We'll take a little happy baby. So reach through and grab onto the sides of the feet or the ankles. Maybe you hold on to the back of the thighs. Let the feet come flat towards the ceiling, like you are walking on the ceiling. Knees draw down towards the earth. Opening up through the hips. A little more here. Maybe taking a little rock side to side. And we'll drop the feet back down and roll over onto our stomach. Just bringing the legs out long. We'll bring the forearms to the top of the mat. We'll take a half frog. So if you want to have a blanket here for the knee, or you could even use a block if the hips are really tight, maybe that feels better to have it a little further up. The blanket provides a little bit of cushion. So we'll bring the right leg to the side, knee bent at a 90-degree angle. It can be a little less if that feels better to you. And just resting your forehead on your arms crossed at the top of the mat. Feeling more into that hip joint towards the outside, the front, and the inner thigh, and the psoas muscle, gently releasing here. And maybe here we begin to just think about what being honest in our work means to us, having integrity in what we do, thinking about in our relationships, how we interact with others, how are we honest in all that we do. And the right leg out behind you. And we'll move to the opposite side. You need to move your blanket or your prop to the left side. And draw the left knee up. And here, really noticing the sensations feel different on this side. It feels more open, or maybe a little tighter, more restricted. It feels more open, breathing into that space, just really taking in that openness, feeling the energy flow freely through here. It feels a little tighter on this side. Seeing where you can soften, you can, as long as you're not in pain, be with those sensations and just notice what may be held here in the body. Our body, our muscles and tissues hold a lot of emotion and our experiences. It's a little tight. There may be some energy held here. If it feels safe to explore that this time, feel free to do so. Extend the left leg out long. Bring the hands under the shoulders and press back. Find tabletop. Take some cat cows. Be honest about your knees. You need a little support under your knees, a little cushion. And wrist stacked under the shoulders, knees under the hips, pressing into the palms or through the palms into the earth. Tops of the feet press into the mat. And on the inhale, drop the belly. tailbone rises, gaze comes forward. Exhale, pressing into the earth, round the spine, tuck the tailbone. Inhale to cow, dropping the belly. Heart center forward, gaze forward or maybe skyward. Exhale, round into cat. Gaze comes towards the navel, broaden through the shoulders. Tuck the tailbone. And just move through these at your own pace for the next minute or so, and use this time to just feel into the edges of the body, feel that energy flowing through the spine. Each breath, you can take any movement here that really feels good to your body. So it feels better to maybe sway the hips side to side, or spend some time there. Or maybe really letting the head hang heavy here, decompressing the spine a little in the back of the neck. Really listening to what your body needs right here in this moment. Coming back through tabletop, draw the right knee towards the right wrist, and then bring the right ankle out, coming into a pigeon pose. You can also take this laying down in that figure four shape if you'd like, and place a block or something to support you if you're at home and don't have blocks underneath the right hip. Your shin does not need to be parallel to the front of your mat. Your ankle can be closer in towards the body, can be further out. If your ankle is further up, you're going to feel this a little more intensely. You can stay up on the hands. You can come to a bolster if you'd like. You can bring your forearms down to the mat. You could even come up on the fingertip, creating a little more length in the spine. Just find what feels best here. Really deepening that stretch in the hip and also in the hip flexor of the left side. So we're maybe feeling a little bit of release there. And in addition to our mantra each month, we also have an affirmation that we work with. So our new affirmation for this month is I move, speak, and live in alignment with my truth. I move, speak, and live in alignment with my truth. Walk the hands back. All the way up. You can release that block side. Coming back through tabletop. And then moving to the opposite side. Left knee towards the left wrist. Bending the right leg back. Using a block if you'd like. Maybe different on this side. And finding where you'd like to be. You settle in. And walk back. Move your block. Coming out of the pose gently. Make your way to your back one. We'll have the knees bent, feet hip distance apart. We'll just take some spinal twists here. So press through the soles of the feet, lift the hips, and shift them slightly to the left. Pull the knees in towards the heart space a little and let them fall to the right. And bringing the arms out to a T, gaze comes over the left fingertip. We're in the supine twist. You may want to place a block between the knees or the ankles and the knees. See how that feels. It feels more supported. We won't be here very long. I want to give an opportunity here for us to again just release. So, in these supine twists or in any twisting postures, we are thinking of kind of like wringing out our body like a sponge. So, we're twisting at our spine and at our center. As you breathe into the belly here, each exhale, just thinking about releasing any of those energies that may have come up during your practice, any thoughts or emotions that you'd like to let go of, to transition out, releasing them down through the legs, through your roots, through the soles of your feet, and into the earth. Slowly draw the knees back to your center, shift the hips back to the middle, maybe taking some windshield wiper motions with the knees back and forth, or drawing the knees in towards the body. Your choice here, whatever feels the most nourishing to you, time in your practice. Moving to the opposite side, pressing through the soles of the feet, lift the hips, shift them over to the right, draw the knees in slightly and let them fall to the left. Arms out to a T, and gaze comes over the right fingertip. Drawing awareness back into our center, back into the belly. Just inviting that release. Letting go of anything we don't want to carry into this season with us, into the spring season. On your next inhale, coming back through center, shifting the hips and shoulders back into alignment with each other. And then bringing the legs out long, arms at your sides, finding Shavasana. Take a couple of breaths here, just a cleansing breath in through the nose. Exhale, sighing out through the mouth. And just beginning to let go of the practice today, let go of anything that did or didn't happen as expected. And just invite it to be exactly what you needed in this moment. Let the body rest. Just integrate all of the work that you've done today, inner and outer work. Begin to create movement in the body, the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, bringing yourself back to whatever space you're in, taking your time, maybe rolling one side before coming to a seated position. Take a moment here, just grounding through your sit bones, lengthening through your crown. Bringing the hands to the heart space in some way, either in prayer pose or one hand over the other on the heart center. That feels more comfortable to you. Take a moment of gratitude here to thank yourself for creating this time in your day to just be here, come to your mat, to come to you. to move through this practice in any way whatsoever. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice today and sharing your Monday with me. May you walk in loving kindness. May you share the unique gift that is you. May you remember your true essence is love. Thank you. Thank you.